It's unusual because usually by this point there's something sitting here.
There is something here. This area is kind of empty right now.
Empty.
Why is it empty?
Well, we're going to do a blind tasting today.
Okay.
But you'll be able to see us do the blind tasting.
That's right. We're going to do the whole thing, and so we've got 2 IPAs.
Correct.
And we'll get into that for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverages... Oh, sorry. See, I caught myself just in time. No, so what we're going to do today is we're going to try 2 beers side by side, 2 IPAs. Both are made by Firestone Walker. One, the Mission Street IPA is made for Trader Joe's, and that is sold exclusively there. And the other is their Union Jack IPA, which you can find a multitude of places. I was kind of inspired. Well, we've had the Mission Street IPA.
Correct, and we liked it.
We did it
because it's $5.99 or $6.99.
$6. $6 for an IPA.
Kind of a nice beginner's IPA. It's not overwhelmingly bitter, but does still have some nice flavors in there.
Right.
Things like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, and then recently I found on sale, and I've had it before too, the Union Jack IPA from Firestone Walker.
I have a feeling they're going to come in early. That's all right.
Well,
just come on in.
This will prove.
This will prove that we have no idea what's going on.
Our viewers are familiar with these 2 people from our Guests with Breasts week.
Wow, you even brought the bottles too. Okay.
Well, so you could,
Oh, okay. All right. So I get one like this. All right.
Yeah.
And I get one like that. All right.
We'll put the bottles on the table. You want those on the table?
Yeah, we'll take the bottles.
But don't let us know which one.
That's right. But yeah, don't tell us which is which. Wow. Okay.
Rachel finished them
And then
off
you-
for us.
Hour later,
Good.
When you're done.
When we're done.
I don't want to know right
Yeah.
now.
Tell us now. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like,
So now, which is which exactly?
now
Yeah.
and
Which
then-
one?
Goes back.
You're
We'll call you
hysterical.
back for the great unveiling. And then you can let us know what beer is which.
That's right. Wow. Nice. That was good. That was really good.
Hopefully that came through clearly enough.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Surprised then.
That was surprised and happy.
And happy.
Both.
Yeah, both. Yeah. Bring us beer and unveil yourselves.
Yeah, this is like the best day ever.
The
I had a dream
unveil.
like this
That's
one time.
right.
Never thought it would happen. I never thought it would happen to me. That's one of the
I swear
letters I
this
could
is
write.
true.
I swear that every word of this is true. Oh man! All right,
So, I
Coach.
don't know where-
So no, yeah, we were talking Mission Street IPA, good
yeah.
value IPA,
Right.
Whatever. Go ahead.
And then so a few weeks, and I've had this before, but a few weeks ago I was at Sprouts Flour, and I saw, and they had the Union Jack on sale for $5.99, down from $10.99, which is
The Union Jack is $10.99.
not normally not at most places.
Okay.
Usually it's $8.99 though, $7.99, $8.99.
All right.
right in that range.
Okay.
just saying,
No,
right in that
I
range.
believe you.
Yeah,
It's more of a really.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
but it's probably more in the $7.99 range. So either way, I was getting $2 off. Even
Okay.
At but like I said, it wasn't as good of a deal as they were making out to be, because there's
Right.
no way I would have paid $11 for
No.
the 6-pack. But I do like it, and it's in the drink database at AboutBeverages.com. So we were just kind of talking about things that we could do, and we thought, well, let's have a side-by-side blind tasting, and so that's what we're doing.
Both done by the same brewery.
Right.
One of them under a private label.
Right.
So we're going to kind of see, like, is there extra value there,
Right.
or are they using a very similar recipe?
And I think Fitz had hypothesized. Fitz, contributor to the show, and obviously, Scotch.
Some Scotch and bourbon contributor. Right?
I think he had sort of theorized or had heard that these may have been essentially the same, but I've never actually tried them side by side. I mean, the bottles are very similar.
Yeah, it's the same.
Labels are very
Same short
similar.
bottle,
I don't know
same
about
coloring.
what's the alcohol content?
I was just going to ask that
'Cause
same
I know
thing.
what it is on this one.
6.1.
Okay, see, this is 7.5. So we do know there
Okay.
is a difference.
All right. There's definitely going to be some base malt difference there. then.
Right. So there'll be some sort of difference, but I kind of want to see. I think I'll be able to tell the two apart.
Yeah, this is
but
going to be interesting.
We're going to find out.
Yeah, and I have not. I know I've had the Union Jack before, but not recently enough to remember. And the Mission Street is good. So
So, all right, let's go.
All right,
so
let's,
we'll start with the.
let's start with color. Okay, so the one in the this is always kind of funny. So we're using stone glasses for this. So the one that's just got the clear etching stone glass is darker.
A little darker.
So we know that one's the Union Jack.
That's right. We know that.
Okay,
No,
done.
wait.
All right, thank you very much, folks. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so that one's a little both super clear, which I love out of an IPA when it's nice and crystal clear.
One's a little more yellow. One's a little more orange.
Yeah, a little more orange,
Yeah.
maybe a hint of reddish, little copper in there.
Yeah, on the right.
Okay. All right. To the aroma. All right, let's make sure we start with the same one.
Okay, I already think I know which one.
Yeah, I think is it the same thing I just said?
What's that?
That it's this one's the Union Jack. No, wait. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I still think I know, but
I think it's probably the reverse. The one on the left with
let's
the.
not say.
Oh, we don't want to talk. We don't want to talk aromas.
No. That's good. Let's not say which one we think is which.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were going to.
No, I was about to talk about aroma.
No, let's do that.
Okay. All right, let's do that. Okay, so the one with the more colorful etching, the one on the left, we'll keep them that way. Much more aroma, more savory, really jumps out at you. The one that's darker, the darker color that I thought was going to have a little bit more to it is. Bland is too strong, but it's not quite as aromatic. It's not.
Right.
There's very little in there. There's a little hint of pine,
because there's
maybe a little bit of fruit in this one, but in this one there's a lot of savory, a little grapefruit.
A little fruit, yeah.
I get a little grapefruit at the back, kind of holding that up.
Right.
So
right, I agree. Good assessment.
All right, to the taste.
All right, I'm good.
They're very similar in flavor. I think there's a little bit more in this one, the one with the more color on the etching, a little more hop flavor in this one, a little more malt in this one, which kind of maybe kills off somewhat. But this one didn't have a lot of hops going on in it anyway,
right.
or had less,
right?
So there wasn't a lot there to kill. They're both about the same equal amount of bitterness, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Toward the back, both a little dry in the middle, but both still pretty tasty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there's a little. I like the little bit more flavor in this one, though.
Yeah,
it seems like the one on the the one that happens to be a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I'm pretty sure I know which one's which. Kind of hope I don't look like a fool in about 3 minutes. You probably know too, though.
Well, I kind of think so, but I kind of hope it's the other way. That'd be funny. I am surprised though, because I would have thought with the we're already talking like we know what it is. Is
that how you're lining up?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the Firestone.
Yeah.
This is the
we're thinking
Union Jack.
So the guess that we're going to go with, which I completely agree, is that the Firestone is the lighter color, much more hop aroma and in flavor, and that the Mission Street, which is darker malt, which that surprises me a little bit. I mean, not that they couldn't use. I mean, there's many reasons for color, but I still thought with the higher alcohol that they would have used it, but maybe not.
That just so. Well, let's make sure that let's get our answer first, because then I want to say.
You want to do a little?
As a home brewer.
Oh, okay.
So, yes.
All right. Let's see if.
Hello.
Hello. Does anyone want to come talk to us?
Would you like to unveil? Put it back the way they had it.
But I thought you were gonna. Oh.
I'm just putting it back.
Oh, you're just putting them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you unveiling?
All right.
Can you come and unveil?
Okay. You want to let us know which is which, or do you want to tell? Yeah, they're all the same.
What do you think? Which one do you?
Go ahead. We agreed what we thought. Yeah. So go ahead.
Well, we don't think we know that this one is this one.
Drum roll, please. Rachel? You are correct, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what we were.
That's what we were thinking. Sure. Okay.
Thank you very much. Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Tell us what we've won.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. We get to finish these beers.
That's right.
And not feel guilty.
Thank you very much for participating. Thank you. And I would be a fairly poor excuse for a beer consumer because I've had this one recently, and so to not be able to decide, would have been pretty upset with myself.
And I just think
I've just had it recently. That's all. So, and you probably haven't. So for you though, I think that's.
I have it. I just went with. I assumed. I figured that I guess you would hope that there'd be a little bit more something involved. You wouldn't if this is your IPA, usually that's a lot of craft breweries. This is what we started with.
Right.
So I wouldn't think that they would just give that away to someone else.
Right.
That even if, they used, okay, we'll make a twist on that, obviously, like I said, maybe they use, obviously they're going to use maybe a lot of the same malts. Maybe they even use a lot of the similar hops, but just back them off. Don't dry hop.
Could they even start with this? base recipe and tweak it to make that, or
Well, they probably
take
went
this
the
and
other
back
way.
down, or-
They backed off.
That's
Is
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
assuming.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming that they backed off.
Okay.
And probably added, because of the darker color here, which I initially was thinking it was just, and because of the alcohol, I thought alcohol and the darker. Initially in my head, I thought, oh, okay, they're using more of a heavier malt bill. But I mean, if you're using more base malts to make that alcohol, they don't necessarily have to be darker, because you've got all your darker malt. They probably use some Cara aroma or some different. No, not necessarily that. That was more of like a Vienna or some sort of Vienna malt or something else. They use something else to just darken this one up a little bit.
Okay.
Which then probably smooths out some of the hops, because probably they're going to play to a certain type of clientele of who's looking for that $6 value IPA.
Right.
I still like that Mission Street one. I still think it's a nice. It's a little more on the refreshing side. It's not quite as flavorful when compared to the two. But so now we're kind of at the point of, also part of the discussion was, for the most part, this Firestone Walker is about $3 more for a 6-pack.
I would say $2 to $3 more. Yeah, right.
So
Which one would I buy?
I guess, which one would you buy, or like even? Yeah, let's go with that first, and then I have another comment to that. Then, so let's go with.
Well, at that price, see, because when I saw this on sale, I thought to myself, that's an amazing deal to me.
If it's the same
An
for
amazing
same, then
deal.
yes, it's a great deal.
I'm going with that one.
Well, yeah, if they're both $6.
Price. You know what? I still drinking these side by side. I'm not appreciating the Mission Street IPA as much as I used to in this side by side tasting. And I haven't had this in a while. There for a while, and I think we had this discussion probably when we did the podcast. This was my sort of go-to, for $6, and I work at Trader Joe's. I would always have a 6-pack of that sitting in my fridge, and
it's still nice. It's just it's almost more pale ale to me than IPA.
And they do have a pale ale. We could try that sometime.
Okay. So then the other part to that conversation, then I guess, is, so now I've gone to $8 for this one.
Right.
Is this still worth it at $8, knowing what other things you can find for that price? Because then for me now, I switch over to an Odell IPA. Which is maybe another dollar. Maybe you got another
$1.
Well, it depends on where you find it. We've said anywhere from $8 to $10 for this.
I don't. Yeah. Well, yeah. Sprouts Flowers normal price is $11, but that's
right.
ridiculous.
So I'm going a little bit lower than that,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
it's a larger conversation. I know, but
I'm probably going to hedge toward Odell, but I do, especially like I said, if I can find that for $8, or like I said, especially when I found that on sale, and
finding that for $6, that's a great price. Don't get me wrong.
I made sure that I looked at the dates, because I was like, oh god, are they trying to clear this out?
Yeah.
And actually, the first one I looked at, the date was brewed in December. This one was actually brewed on your birthday.
Oh, nice.
So end of January. So I was like, okay, I grabbed that one because that was the newest one I could find. But
it's 6. That's a great tasting IPA.
Yeah.
Like I said, but 8, 9, 10. It's not. It loses a little bit of its luster.
It does, yeah.
But it's still very good. I haven't had that one in a long time, and that's a really nice beer.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised by the Mission Street. I thought that had a little more in it.
I did too. I especially drinking them side by side, I am surprised at the malt of this. Once again, it's not like it's a brown ale. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Oh gosh,
there's more though. There's more malt.
Yeah, but there's definitely more malt to that. Overall, Firestone Walker is I think a great brewery. They do a lot of tasty beers.
A lot of tasty beers, and we've had 2 tasty beers today, and you can find all of the information with the tasting notes for both of these beers, as well as where they hit on our recommendation scale at...
And this one's in the drink database.
That is.
At AboutBeverages.com.
That's right, at AboutBeverages.com. You can find all of that stuff, along with all the other videos we've been doing over the last few weeks. A lot of IPAs lately, because we were testing out those awesome glasses that we liked quite a bit from Spiegelau. We enjoyed those quite a bit. Definitely recommend those.
How many did you buy?
I bought 2 from Sierra Nevada. Yeah, I bought some with their logo on it, because you still can't, if you go right to the manufacturer, which we have a link to as well on our site, they still don't have them available. So I don't know if they're not allowed to put them out yet, because maybe there's some sort of
agreement.
Yeah, Sierra Nevada and Dogfish are like, well, we want 6 months where we can sell our version of them before. I'm not sure,
Possible.
but like I said, either way, like I said, I think they're a good value, and I like them. So
were they $9 on their site too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they were the same price. So
all right.
Yeah, no, I think those are great, and definitely. While you're at the website, send us some comments. Let us know what we should be tasting. Are there other nice value IPAs that we're missing out on? Because we're always looking for those, especially heading into summer. Like, what's a good, some summer seasonals. We're going to be talking about that pretty soon in the next couple months. We'll be doing a podcast on that, getting together all the ones that we haven't tried lately. And yeah. Anything else? You want to give out your phone number for them to call you if they have recommendations? Not at this time. Not at this time. Okay, they've got enough other ways. They've got the email right here. They've got
tweet.
All those things. They could tweet. Yeah, I'd be happy you would tweet at us. All those things. But whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.